How's it going, everyone? This is Christian Duke from StrengthAddicts.com here at the Kentucky Muscle. I'm joined by NPC Bodybuilder Marcus Perry. Marcus, how are you today?
Good, feeling real good actually. Got some food in me now, I'm feeling even better.
Awesome. Now you're working with IFBB Pro Brian Hoydic, who's a phenomenal bodybuilder. You're out of Columbus, Ohio, and you actually got started with bodybuilding on a dare, right?
Yeah, actually it's funny you brought that up because back in 2012 I did the Ohio championship, and at that time I didn't know what bodybuilding was really about. But a buddy of mine in the gym was basically challenged me, to want to do prep and so forth, and I accepted the challenge like any other good person would. Started out as a light heavyweight. In that class that year, man, there was some just tough dogs. There were like John Meadows in that class, that year, not in that class, but in that show.
Yeah, John Meadows is a freak.
He's a monster, man. So I'm like a deer in the headlight, standing with these guys. So, but anyway, long story short, I mean that's what triggered it for me as far as bodybuilding.
And because someone said you can't do the diet, right?
Absolutely. You tell me I can't do something, then automatically, okay, that's a challenge.
For sure. Now, what's it like working with Brian Hoydic? Because I mean, all those guys from like just that central northern Ohio like school are just animals, really. I mean, what's it like working with him?
Working with Brian is pretty easy actually because he responds well, whether it's a text or a phone call. He's good at returning calls and explaining things. For me, I'm still learning as an athlete, what my body can do, nutrition, stuff like that. I still get kind of baffled sometimes because all the food they feed you, at least for myself, all the carbs and so forth, even for prep. I'm looking at this going, you want me to eat what? And how many pancakes? And so forth, but I just do what he says, and it's been working out.
Absolutely. A lot of times, competitors, for some odd reason, second guess their coaches, and it never ends well. So it's good that that you're listening, and you guys are working together. You're in a very, very competitive heavyweight class.
Absolutely.
I've always believed the heavyweight and the light heavyweight are very, very tough. What would you say the depth of the lineup is like here? I know you were like in the middle, which is a great place to be.
Yeah.
What would you say about the depth of the lineup here at the Kentucky Muscle?
I think they had very, very competitive guys here. Big lines, actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. I think roughly probably 16, 17 guys.
Wow.
Probably. So I was impressed. Other than that, I think I got it based on the, where I was on stage and so forth. But again, you never know. But I felt pretty confident. It's the best I've looked. Came in hard, dry, so I think I got this one as far as anyway.
And this is a very interesting show because it's always been at the convention center downtown, and it's just gotten so big, they've had to bring it to the fairgrounds. Now, you have an interesting plan, too. You want to get the IFBB Pro card, which, of course, I think every NPC competitor wants, because the NPC are really competing with the best. These aren't people that just are doing it for fun. They want the pro card. But you had said you were also eyeing the classic men's physique division. Why is that?
I like the class, the pro-level men's classic bodybuilding because I like their shape. They still have the size, they still have the pretty symmetry like you had in the 80s and the 90s. So ideally, I mean, my goal is to, obtain the card as a bodybuilder and then switch to classic. So I was watching the at the Olympia, and I'm looking at the top 5 guys, and I'm like, wow, I can do this. I can compete with these guys.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Out of curiosity, how tall are you?
5'11".
5'11". Yeah, you're on the taller side, but you have a very aesthetic look. And I say that you're wearing, the pants and the shirt and all that and the jacket, but you can sort of tell the shape is there. It's a very sort of 70s, early 80s type shape. And it's actually a breath of fresh air in bodybuilding because a lot of people really want to see that.
Yeah.
And I think classic physique is really embodying that as well. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time. If I could ask you one last question, because it really seems like you did your homework and you're going to win this show. But what was the single toughest part of your prep? It could be training, it could be diet, it could be posing, it could be anything. Just out of curiosity, because you've nailed it, but I want to know, what was the toughest part of it all?
The cardio.
The cardio.
Yeah, absolutely. Once I get in the groove, I like doing cardio, but starting out, it's like a rusty horse.
Absolutely.
It's a cardio mix. You have to do it. You got to get lean to do it, and so forth. It's just a cardio.
And without telling all your secrets, what exactly cardio did you do? Ellipticals or stairs?
The ARP trainer.
Jeez.
It's really high. It's for your glutes and hamstrings.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you so much for taking the time. For Marcus Perry, Christian Duke, StrengthAddicts.com.
Appreciate it.